last time we ended up having a bunch of people go out in the parking lot, right? Because it was so loud in here. Okay, so we'll have some people. Justin, what's up, bro? When's the last time I saw you, dude? Freak, man.
Oh,
Atlanta, there you go. Wow. We have some special freaking people in here. Hi, Angela. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break up into 15 teams, 10 people on average each. We're gonna have a couple of competitions. Okay, we're gonna give away some prizes today, some fun stuff. We're gonna call agents today. And then, if we have the time, we are gonna do something we've never done before, which is we're gonna call buyers today.
yeah.
Okay? You guys excited about that? Okay. I actually think what we should do is we should call buyers first. What do you think about that? Should we get...
It's great.
Okay, here's...
First engineer.
I love that. Okay, cool. So here's what we'll do. This is what's fun about this room. We get to do what we want. There's no pressure here. We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna divide and conquer. We're gonna come up with 15 different markets, and we're gonna pull a list. Everybody's gonna watch everybody pull a list of buyers, and everybody in that room is gonna get warmed up today calling buyers, and our goal is to get 5 buyers to say, absolutely, I'm looking for a deal. Okay, and what that will do is it will give your group confidence to then call agents in the same exact market. We've never done it that way. That'll be fun. Who's in agreement? Give me a clap. Yeah! Okay. Okay, I need the people that we called out as leaders. Tiffany. By the way, guys, check this out. Tiffany just told me she got in like a near-death experience type of car wreck 2 days ago. But listen to this. This is really important because this is something on my mind. I've got 8 sisters in my family. And so women pull my heartstrings. That's why every one of my executives is a woman. She went to, what was it, Fortune 5000?
It was the Inc. 5000.
Inc. 5000, and less than 8% of the people in that room, less than 6% of the people in that room were women. You feel like we need some more women in this industry or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tiffany says, I have to be a leader, Pace. There's no way I'm not going to be a leader today. So guys, look up here. You think we need maybe another woman up here?
Yeah.
Okay, who are my women? Give me two women. Tanisha, okay. Ingrid, there we go. Let me get one more woman, please. Heidi. Okay, Heidi, get up there. Keston, get up there. Okay, here's what we're going to do. These are our leaders for the day. This is the team. Leaders, pay attention to me. Let's see, what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You twins?
No.
No, I know you're not twins, but everybody...
The Trainer brothers.
Well, look at their hair. Okay, so you guys can't be on the same team. Okay? So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Bobby, Chad. I got to have you run a team, bro. You don't come up. You don't... Freaking Chad Lever, one of my favorite people on the planet. Okay, so we've got 17 teams. This is a big golden ticket event. My leaders, pay attention to me. Jamil and I want every one of your teams to have a brand new person on it that's never made a call before. Okay, so who in here is a brand new person? You've never made a call to an agent or a buyer before? Raise your hands, please. Keep them up. Hi. Okay, so my leaders, pay attention. Everybody keep your hands raised. My leaders, will you please make sure you eyeball the person that you want to put on your team? That's the first person I want you to go out and tag. Okay, because what we're going to do is right now, pay attention. I'm going to release the room, and I want you guys to all go and pick 8 people out of the crowd, duck, duck, goose style. Okay, just tag people, boom, 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 and I want you to go then find a part of the room to get into a circle with your team. Are you guys paying attention? I know a lot of you guys have already done this before. Mahmood, is this a good system and process that we're following right now?
Pretty robust, yeah.
It's okay. I want you to then go grab the people. If you have not been selected in a couple of minutes and you see everybody kind of breaking up, I want you to make sure it is your responsibility to raise your hand and let people know you have not been selected. Here's what we do in these groups, okay? We're going to play a couple of fun games in these groups. Everybody that snuck in, Matthew.
I had to.
I'm glad you were a great leader last time, bro. You crushed it last time. What I want the people that snuck in to do today is I want you guys to be the person that's recording everybody else in your group.
There you go.
Okay, because last time, what did we have to do? We had to basically pass the phone around. It was clunky.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you snuck in.
Thank you. Me too.
Okay, so leaders, your responsibility is find somebody on your team. Make sure that when you gather your people together, there's one person on your team that has never made a call to an agent before. Ingrid already has her. Second thing I want you to do, take your team to a part of this room, and we're going to get everybody around in a circle. Bring your chairs. Okay, grab your chairs and we're gonna get around in little circles. Some people are gonna end up going outside. That's okay. The third thing I need you to do is make sure one of the sneaker inners, the sneakies, the snuggies, we'll call them the snuggies, grab one of them on your team. They're gonna be your camera person. The leaders, look at yourselves, everybody on here. Everybody go to your team and you need to come up with a team name. Okay, last month it was Halloween, so it was like the Deal Killers. It was all sorts of stuff like that. What's that?
The Halloween.
The Halloweeners, that's right. Was it Halloweeners?
We have wasn't there like one called the Deal Hookers?
Yes, it was really, oh yeah, it was the twins. Okay, so you guys need to come up with a team name and your leaders. Here's the next thing you gotta do. You gotta make sure that somebody on your team is your scorekeeper. And then what I want you guys to do is I want you to get your team name and write it on the board. And I then want you guys to make a decision on what market you're going to call in. And I want you to write that on the board as well. If a market gets claimed, it's been pulled off the board. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm okay if somebody says, I'm gonna call Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, and then another person says, I'm gonna call Charlotte, Carolina. I'm okay with that. I don't want a state, I want a city, like a geographical area. Does that make sense, Tyler? Of course, you always got a question, dog.
We're calling buyers first, right?
We're gonna call buyers first, but we're calling buyers so that we can go find deals through agents. Same market, we're not switching markets, so it's gonna be the same market. Does this make sense? Okay. Was this a mistake getting all these amazing people together or what? All right, so I'm gonna have Tiffany talk for a couple of minutes about what she observed as a leader of her team with the type of people that were on her team. Then I'm gonna have Oscar talk about a couple of things you brought up to me, Oscar. Does anybody have any takeaways that you'd like to share? Maybe somebody that was their first call today. Okay, so Jeff, you got some people on your team? Yeah. Okay, cool. Was that fun, guys?
Yeah.
Is it fun to just be in an environment where everybody's just taking action?
Yeah.
Was it cool, like, watching the whole parking lot full of people on their phone calls? And it makes you want to do the same thing?
Yep.
Energy, it changes, right? It's so cool. And so whenever you're feeling stuck, just remember that. I'm a social creature. I need to be around other people in order for me to be successful. I don't do anything on my own. That's so boring. So let's go through this real quick, and then Tiffany, I'm going to call you up here first. Who had the most follow-up appointments? Brandon in New Jersey, you guys had 39? Wow. Is that the winning team?
I see another 30.
John, you had how many? You had 39? 39. Okay, amazing. Normally, we would make a bigger deal out of this, but there's so many people here that I can't do half of the things I would normally do. Because just keeping your guys' attention for 30 seconds is nearly impossible. Wow. Wow. Okay, we have 245 people here. We only sent out 180 invites. It's a good thing. I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm sure you guys are too. Tiffany, would you come up here for us, please, and give us some insight on what you took away from your team specifically? Let's give her a round of applause, by the way.
So interesting enough about my team, I think. It's louder. Sorry. Okay. Thank you for teaching me because I've never.
Yeah, you got to put your mouth really close to the mic.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So I had an incredible team. The most interesting thing as a team leader is I thought I had everybody's personalities almost pre-planned. And everybody that I thought had strengths at one thing actually had completely opposite strengths. So it was great for me to actually see somebody that I would have never thought would be in that position to actually be killing it on the phone. So that was very, very interesting for me. When I started in this industry, we didn't have all of this. So we were straight door knockers, and that's where I'm really comfortable. One of my flaws is that I don't ask for help. So I don't go to wholesalers because I love being in control of my.
Who can resonate with, I don't like asking for help? Has that gotten you where you want to go?
No.
Okay.
You know, my takeaway from even the phone calls is that generally I was the one that created my own destiny, and I knew that I was confident in that. And so seeing somebody else actually make those phone calls and I'm not actually having to do it was a great takeaway for me because I don't have to be door knocking. I like it, but I don't have to be doing it because there's other people that can be doing it and also be creating an income at the same time. And, you know, we kind of talked about, you know, who selfies. I was like, well, why would I do that if I could go do it myself? Well, my time is very valuable, so that's why. So it was very interesting as a team, again, seeing somebody else's strengths, what different type of deals that they were doing, like some were doing multifamily, so the approach was different, or the phone call was different than if it was single family. So we had a great time. We may not have gotten as many callbacks, but that's because no agents answer the phone anymore. So I know when I was an agent, we wouldn't have been in business if we didn't answer phones. So back then, that was 20 years ago, but I don't know, it was a great takeaway.
I love there's a couple of takeaways that I really like. So your first takeaway is you don't like asking for help, which also means you're gonna have a hard time delegating and hiring people on a team. But then you realize people on your team are actually as good or better than you even at certain things, or they have a style that you're like, whoa, I'm super surprised by the fact that you just showed up and just killed it. And you're like, why am I not building a team? Is that what was going through your mind?
That was exactly the takeaway. And when I came a year ago, I think, and it was only sub 2 at this time, you know, I think I was a little bit cocky because I've done this before, you know, like, oh, yeah, we're doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then when I started noticing with years kind of coming in together, I was like, wow, that is like such a good melting pot of people. And it's taken me out of my position where I can be focusing more on the leadership role, which is what us females need, is more of a leader.
Word.
And I need to be doing some more work and getting out there because I am good at buying properties. I love buying properties. It's like I'm a kid in a candy store right now.
You also had a bunch of people on your team that were very new, right?
Yes.
What was the takeaway for who's on Tiffany's team? Raise your hand. Okay, so I want to hear, how was it for people that were new? Did they do a good job, or did they just completely screw everything up and they should never do this ever again?
You know, I think maybe, hopefully when they leave here, maybe they gain some confidence to make that call. Like somebody in specific, I would have hands down picked her to make my phone calls because she's so social in person, but she was the one person that did not make my phone call. No, I'm not pointing at anybody. But it was interesting because she's a bubbly person in person, and the one person that was the shyest, he did the best on the phone. So I'm confused. I'm just confused.
That's amazing. Give it up for Tiffany, guys. Thank you, Tiffany. Do you have any thoughts on that?
The facts are is that so many of us get really tunnel visioned on the things that we have as strengths, and then we lean into those all the time, and we put blinders on to, for instance, I'm going to use myself as an example because I love when people point at other people's faults, but they don't take a look at their own. So let's use me, okay? I'm amazing at building relationships with agents, and I've been able to teach a nation of folks on how to do that. What do I not like doing? Everybody should know this. Direct seller. I don't like it. Does that mean that you can't get deals going direct to seller? Absolutely not. Does that mean that there's not a tremendous amount of value there that could be extracted? Of course, right? And so for me, what kind of people do I need to be around more? Do I need to be around more people that are really good at building agent relationships and wholesaler relationships, or should I be around more people that are doing some direct seller and in the world type, belly to belly type calls, right? So getting around somebody that has a talent that is not yours is the key. Grant Cardone said this to Pace and I the other day. Talent has an expiration date.
He also said talent is taxed at 40%. We can't tell you. We don't have time for it. I'd rather just give you a little thing that you'll never hear the rest of it.
But when you think of that, right, just like talent has an expiration date, what does it mean? It means that, look, your talent, for instance, the people that were going direct to seller heavy, right now they can't tread water because we've talked about that market is not working. Those sellers haven't come to terms with the reality of the market, and so leaning into this world of agents and leaning into the world of relationships right now is the way. Prop tech companies, I'm not going to say any names, but companies that had their entire businesses based off of lists and skip tracing are not making it because of the pivot, right? So you've got to be able to lean into and understand, like, where is the business and find the lane and get into that. And you're only going to get that by being around. And as Tiffany said, Tiffany said here, she was cocky because she was like, oh, I know it all. I know this thing, but she very quickly learned that there's people with talents that she didn't have, and that talent that you had an expiration date. And now you're learning and you've revitalized a new talent, right? Incredible.
Okay, Oscar, stand up for us, brother. Come on over here. Give it up for Oscar, guys. You said a couple of things to me when we were standing up here. I just want you to say those same things again and tell me why you were saying those things.
I never called Phoenix Market. Man, there's a lot of deals in Phoenix. All right? This is just by calling like 4 or 5 people.
Wait, it's saturated here, bro. There's too.
Now I know why everyone's moving to Phoenix. All right? I'm going to shift my strategy to Phoenix now, so you better watch out. I mean, we really got like, I just got a text like sellers open to offer. So send the offer. Like literally it says sellers are open to offer. Just put it in writing. And that's by like calling 3 people, you were able to pull out motivation. I don't know Phoenix, all right? But I know how to get rapport and I know how to get motivation. If you can direct those calls, you can get verbal offers like really right away. This is just like 2 calls, like 3 calls, you know, right? So this is easy.
Oscar, you're on my team, remember?
Yes, right there. See?
Who else had that same sentiment? You guys got on the phone. We did this for 45 minutes. Okay, we did 45 minutes, and how many follow-ups did we create? We created probably close to 300, about 300 follow-ups in 45 minutes. Is this something you guys should probably be doing every week with your accountability groups, is getting together for an hour and challenging each other to do something like this every single week?
Yes.
Imagine that environment, right? Does anybody ever get home from their 9 to 5 at Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? You're like, you know, I'm chilling. I'll start working again on Monday. Come on, who feels like that? But if you had an accountability group that's like, hey, we're going to go from 4 to 6 every Friday night or Saturday at 10 to noon, and then we're going to have lunch together, how many of you guys would actually take a lot more action?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's the fun thing about just doing short bursts of action taking of 45 minutes. It's all it takes. We didn't set 300 appointments in an entire day. I mean, it took more time for us to get you guys to get the chairs straight than it did to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jeff, you had something for me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hold on, Jeff, hold on.
Yeah, so we had a couple of people
Thank you, Oscar.
who initially said they weren't going to make any phone calls. And
Who?
Melissa and Jessica. I'm only putting them on the spot because they did catch
The wave?
energy and they got on the phone.
Okay, hold on. That's amazing. Give her a round of applause. Jeff, thanks for pointing that out. So in the beginning, she says, that's not me. I'm not going to make the call. What was the difference? You already said it in what you said a couple of seconds ago. I don't think everybody caught the difference. What went from I'm not going to do it to now her taking action and doing it?
Being amongst a room full of people who make calls.
The energy's different in here, right, guys?
Contagious. She could not do it.
It's contagious. So when you guys hear people say you are the summation of your 5 closest friends, do you feel that when you're in a room like this?
Yeah, and she got to follow.
You got to, wait, what?
She got to follow.
You got to follow up?
Heck yeah.
Let's hear about it. Are you being shy right now? You know what happens when people are shy in my rooms?
You're not allowed to be shy.
We make you get up here and do cartwheels and stuff.
You're not allowed to be shy. Tell us about your follow-up, Melissa, please.
Give it up for Melissa!
Well, I didn't say I wasn't going to. I was just trying to see how long the hour and a half took. No, I got in touch with his assistant and he's going to give me a call back today.
Amazing.
And I'm going to send him to Greg
Was it really hard?
for Paul. Yeah, it was really hard
Tell
What's
me,
the hardest part about it?
picking up the phone.
picking up the phone.
When you got on the phone, did a monster come and eat you? Just making sure.
Good job, Melissa. One more round of applause, guys. I mean, we could go on and on and on with the takeaways. I'd like to have one more big takeaway. This is Trish, guys.
So we were working with a lot of ASCO students, which was really cool. So the cooperation was amazing because we actually had Hanoi. So he is Astro. He got off the phone and he was just like, I don't know what to do. Like this, this realtor said that the seller is free and clear on this property. Like, what do I do next? So he asked, you know, all of us, he was just like, I need to talk to this student. So then it was me, there was Mary, where's Rob? Robert? Yeah, so I got Robert because I was like, okay, this guy like kills it on the phones. Even though, you know, so I thought he's actually an integrator, but he got on the phone and he was helping Hanoi talk to this realtor, and it was just like, you know, breaking down all the creative finance kind of strategies that we can work with, like, and so she was just like sending an offer, but it was just so cool to see the collaboration and being to explain to him, you know, we can structure it like this, we can structure it like this, and all these other things. And I was like, if you have questions, like, just ask us. Like, we're here to help you. So I'm really excited, you know, for the future to be working with all these ASCO students now, to be collaborating, to help each other out, because he might not know a lot of the, you know, strategies, but we're here to, like, help you walk through it, put in those offers, and get these deals, you know, together. So.
Love it. Thank you. Thanks, Trish. All right. Amazing. I wish we could just hang out up here like all day long.